During these times, we are facing the same obstacles, changes, and no rules to get through it. We had to find the power from within, pushing limits and conquering every training session to ignite our minds and give our muscles the fuel they need. Powerade Advanced Iron 4 formula with its flavors Mountain Blast, Fruit Punch, and Jagged Ice gives you fast hydration after sweating because of its 4 electrolytes to go the extra mile. Powerade, feel the power.
Let me begin by saying good morning to everyone present here. And just a little introduction from me. After we have had all the presentations from each person, we will entertain questions from members of the media, okay? So we proceed. Mr. Neil Francis, President of the Grenada Amateur Swimming Association. Ms. Nicoyan Bain, Marketing Manager, Grenada Bottling Company. Mr. Bernard Wilson is not here yet, but we expect him. Ms. Natalie Regis, Ministry of Sports Representative. Members of the media, all other persons present, swimmers. A pleasant good morning to every one of you again. It is with great pleasure that the Grenada Amateur Swimming Association once again is opportune with the planning stages of the Powerade Dasani National Swimming Championships. It is even with greater pleasure that this Powerade Dasani National Swimming Championships will see its resumption next weekend from Tuesday 23rd from Thursday 23rd February, to Sunday 26th February. This will be at the Good Hope Swimming Pool, St. Paul's, after its 3-year break because of the COVID-19 pandemic. The brand Powerade Dasani National Swimming Championships is indicative of the generosity of the Grenada Bottling Company and its support for the sport of swimming by pledging their continued support to by being our title sponsor. For this, we are extremely grateful, and we extend our appreciation to you. On behalf of the Swimming Association, I therefore thank the media and all of the persons present for acknowledging our request to participate here this morning. It is very profound that we set the momentum for such a launch, having had such a long break. I now, without further ado, call on our President, Mr. Neil Francis, to render a few words. Thank you.
Thank you, Beverly. Good morning, everyone. And I'd like to acknowledge Mr. Bernard Wilson, President of the Grenada Olympic Association, our representative of our sponsors, Ms. Nicoyan Bain, Marketing Manager for Grenada Bottling Company, Ms. Beverly Benoit, Public Relations Officer of the Grenada Amateur Swimming Association, members of the press, the swimmers who are present here, thank you for showing your support. Members of the media, thank you for being here as we come to promote yet another national champs, which has been sponsored by our main sponsors, Powerade and Dasani. And I would just say welcome to everyone. Thank you for being here once again. We are looking forward to an exciting weekend of swimming as we resume, as Beverly would have mentioned, as we resume from a 3-year break. I believe there is much anticipation and much excitement in the air And so we would like to get it out there to the public. We'd like to invite as many people as possible to come out and support our national swimmers, well, national clubs as they participate in this event. And so we are looking forward to a very grand time at the Good Hope swim pool. So I don't want to be long, so I want to say thank you again for coming, and we look forward to an exciting weekend. Thank you again to our sponsors, Grenada Bottling, for coming forth and partnering with us with the sponsorship by Dasani and Powerade. And I just want to say thank you to everyone for being here.
Thank you, Neil. We now have Ms. Dikoyan Bain, representative of the Grenada Bottling Company, to render her remarks.
Good morning, everyone. An extra special good morning to Mr. Bernard Wilson, President of the Grenada Olympic Committee, Mr. Neil Francis, President of the Grenada Amateur Swimming Association, Ms. Beverly Benoit, PRO, and our host, our chairwoman this morning, Ms. Natalie Regis, Ministry of Sports representative, swimmers, members of the media, everybody else in attendance. I myself, I wouldn't take too long, but let me just say this. There are a number of things that's important to us at the Grenada Bottling Company Limited, right? So I'm happy to mention two of those things today. Sports, or I should say sports development, and the environment, right? So we are, of course, happy to be on board, being the sponsor, the official main sponsor, and the hydration partner, I think I can say hydration partner, for the 2023 installment of the National Swimming Championships. As we know, the National Swim Champs, we've seen so many amazing swimmers go on to perform at Junior World Champs, World Championships, the Olympics, CC Can, Carifta Games, so many different swim meets across the world that we have our local swimmers participating in. And we're happy again to be on board. And I mentioned sports development. And let me just mention to those swimmers here who might not know, or again, just reiterating to persons looking on, how Powerade helps when I say a hydration product. Because ever so often we have to differentiate between energy and hydration. So when I say an electrolyte or an isotonic or a sports drink, what do I mean, right? So of course we have potassium that avoids muscle fatigue, right? We also have calcium, which helps with muscle building. We have sodium, which helps keeps your fluids in balance, and I'm sure you guys know a lot about those. And then of course magnesium, which is essential for your physical performance. In addition to those, Powerade also offers vitamin B. We have the vitamin B complex with B3, B6, and B12, which helps transform carbohydrates into energy. So I just wanted to make that point. So I mentioned sports development, and I also mentioned the environment. Dasani Premium Purified Water is also happy to be on board supporting the athletes. And I mentioned the environment because we know the benefits of water for hydration. That's something we know. But the environment, because our Dasani bottles are actually made from 30% less plastic, actually plant-based material. Of course, it is the goal of the Coca-Cola company to ultimately get to 100% plant-based material, but I do believe that this is a step in the right direction. So we look at science in product packaging, and also science as it relates to how it helps your body and biology. So I'm just inviting everybody viewing to come out to National Swim Champs. Trust me, we've been there for a couple of years. I've had the opportunity to witness it, and it's amazing. It's very competitive, and it's just great to see the talent of our local swimmers. So please come down to the Good Hope Swimming Pool February 23rd to 26th. That's next week. So just mark your calendars and come out. And I just wish all the swimmers all the best. And thank you again.
Thank you, Nikayan. We appreciate you all so much. We now welcome Mr. Bernard Wilson, President of the Olympic Committee, Grenada Olympic Committee, to render his remarks. Mr. Wilson.
Good morning, everyone. I don't have my glasses. I would not even be able to read the protocol here, so protocol already been established. I am very happy to be here this morning. The Swimming Association, the executive of the Swimming Association has placed swimming very high on the list of sporting activities in Grenada by the very active seasons. Very many swimming events have been taking place since COVID, since the end of COVID. And we at the Olympic Association really do appreciate the effort that is being made by the Swimming Association to promote swimming in Grenada. We also appreciate the effort made by the swimmers. I mean, I know the temperature of that water you guys swim in on mornings at the Good Hope swimming pool. And I'm sure if I dive into that water, I'll dive out at the same speed. So I must commend you swimmers, and I know that it's a lot of work. I also would like to thank, or not would like to, I also thank your sponsors for being part of this, the Grenada Bottling Company, because we all know that without the assistance of the sponsors and so on, life could be a whole lot more difficult. We want to assure you that the Grenada Olympic Association fully appreciates the effort of sponsors in assisting sporting activities or sporting bodies in the various activities. And I'm sure that the sponsors also appreciate the contribution that the sporting bodies make to social development, that you make to national pride. We are all proud of you. You are our ambassadors. And yes, this is a national event, but we know that you also go out and you represent us well. So on behalf of the Grenada Olympic Association, I hereby congratulate you both, the sponsors and the Grenada Swimming Association, for putting on this National Swim Meet. We look forward to working with you, supporting you in every way possible as we move forward together to even improve Grenada's name further in swimming and in sport on the whole. So on behalf of the Grenada Olympic, the National Olympic Committee, I'm always inclined to say National Olympic Association because of my age. It was the National Olympic Association before the National Olympic Committee. And I still can't get the association thing out of my system. But on behalf of the Grenada Olympic Committee, I hereby congratulate you and wish you 100% success as we look forward to promoting swimming and all the other sporting events on the island to get us as far as we possibly can. And as we say in the Olympic spirit, as we go higher, faster, longer, together. And that together is very important. I wish you 100% success. Thank you.
Thank you to Mr. Wilson. We now have finally Ms. Natalie Regis from the Ministry of Sport, senior coach.
That's okay. Thank you. Pleasant morning, everyone, with protocol already established. I want to thank you for the opportunity to be here to represent the Ministry of Sports and endorsing this Powerade Dasani GASA National Swimming Championships. We want to say a heartfelt appreciation to the sponsors for partnering the public-private partnership that has taken place because we know how important it is for our youngsters to keep them motivated, to keep them driven and inspired to continue excelling to the highest level. With these competitions is definitely to foster, like we said, the Olympic spirit, which is respect, friendship, and excellence. So as we know, to develop that, we have to come from a base. And within the ministry, we strongly support that grassroots, because none of you here would have been a competitive swimmer without having learned to swim, which is what swimming within the ministry, that Learn to Swim program, is all about. As well as we have partnered with GYA to get as many instructors as we can to promote the sport of swimming across Grenada, our tri-island state. And without that, of course, we see it as, you know, it doesn't correlate. If there isn't a Learn to Swim program